Come on.
Get closer. How low do you think I can?
You can bring it way down.
As far as the noise, you don't think it would mess with anybody? So I'm going to start with some knife fighting. Okay, I'll show you how we do it. So I'm sure you've seen knife fighting before, training. This is a little different, okay? First thing about Alright, so the first thing about the knife is the biggest problem in the street when it comes to cold weapons. You know what I'm saying? Not someone's shooting you, so he's shooting you, but the knife is a big issue. It's the biggest problem we have. It happens on a daily basis, so we have some experience.
Once it starts demonstrating,
with
you
the
can
knife.
bring it down.
Alright, now, one thing about a knife is important to understand. There is no way that if someone's attacking you with the knife, you're the one fighting the knife wolf, it means you're injured. That's what you gotta realize from the start, because by definition,
Everybody hearing him okay? Yes.
by definition, a knife.
Speak louder.
You can't hear me?
Come on, get a little aggressive.
I get this. By definition, okay, a knife attack is a surprise attack. Because if you knew the person standing next to you has a knife, there's no way you'd be standing next to him, right? It means that he is the one who started the fight. By starting the fight, he stabbed you, all right? Now, in many cases, the person getting stabbed doesn't even realize it's a knife in the beginning, all right? So that you're fighting the knife already when you're hurt. It makes things a little more hard. And even if you're armed, if you have a gun, if I'm up close, if I'm this close, punching distance, if you can't get away, create space, if you don't know how to do that, the gun is useless, usually, in the beginning, okay? That's important to understand. So a knife, when you're fighting a knife, all it is just minimizing damage. You think you can fight, so it's about minimizing damage. Now, a lot of people would call it knife defense. I don't use that term ever, because the way you teach it, that's how the person's going to understand it. Alright? So, self-defense, ever heard of that term, self-defense? Self-defense, who knows what self-defense is? Nobody? Self-defense is a legal term. It means that if I'm arrested, after I kick your ass, I could claim for self-defense, and maybe it's true, I defended myself. But in a fight, I don't try to defend myself at all. If you try to defend yourself, you're dead. You realize that? Okay, it means if someone attacks you, you have to attack him back. It's the only way to win a fight. Only way. Your line of defense, it's going to get broken, breached within seconds. Within seconds. You do not win with that. So, most important thing is attack, okay? Now, since you're not going to practice too much today, let's try to remember what I'm saying. Alright? Because technique, people forget. Under pressure, people forget. You know what? 50% of someone's technical, can you hear me? 50% of someone's technical capability goes down the drain. You know why? He's afraid. Pressure or he's hurt. Okay? So what you could remember usually is principles of what to do, what not to do, things like that. Okay? So with the knife, there's two principles. Two things you will look for with the knife. Number one thing, you have to attack the hand with the knife. Notice I'm not using the word defend. I'm not defending the hand with the knife. I'll show you the difference in a minute or two. I'm attacking the hand with the knife. Okay, after I do that, number two thing I want to do, I want to control the hand with the knife. If you're able to do those two things, so the rest will come easy. You can beat him, you can shoot him, do what you want. Okay? But if you're not able to control, you can't do anything. Make sense? Okay, so number one thing, you have to attack the hand with the knife. Remember, that's why I'm repeating, just to that sinks in, okay? Number two, you gotta control the hand with the knife, all right? It was a terrorist attack, maybe a year ago, in a supermarket in Israel, and it happens all the time, so it wasn't a big deal, but there was a guy doing shopping, and he worked security for one of the government offices, and he had a gun in his pouch, so he fought the terrorist off and then he shot him. I just saw it on TV like everyone else, but a day later I got this long letter. And he said, I want to thank you because what you taught me, saved my life, it saved other people's life maybe. Then I look back in the records, so I taught him 5 years ago. I didn't see him since, I didn't remember him. But if you do it correctly, if you work principles, and you drill that in, that's what people remember, okay? Now with the knife, you can have the knife. With the knife, all right, there's two ways a person can hold a knife. You know how? Either this way, right? Or this way. Make sense? Why is that going to change? The angle of the stab, right? If I have the knife this way, how am I going to stab him? Just do that, right? Talk about it's an emotional stab. The guy doesn't like you very much. Okay? Now, important to understand, this stab is very common, especially from the back. Okay? And that's another thing, when you practice, everybody does the same mistake. You will practice in a straight line. So the guys, you practice with your training partner, you're standing in front of him, and you have this agreement, right? I'm going to do this, you're going to react like that. The attack is hardly ever in a straight line. You realize that? It's going to be from here, it's going to be from here, okay? So again, you're going to get hurt. If you can see, you can get hurt before anything happens. All right, so let's talk about this one. Let's talk about this guy. Hold on, let me just try it. One second. I got this. All right, can you hear me? Yeah? Yep. Okay. If I take the knife, all right, and I do this.
Watch.
All right. How much power does that stab have? Minimum. 4 times my body weight. Okay. What? It's working. It's working. Minimum. Can you hear me?
Yes.
It's attached to you. It's attached.
Can I change this shit? Alright, so minimum 4 times my body weight. Okay? That's it. Now, you've seen this before. You go